And now, a word from our sponsors.
You kitten to be catting me. Someone says something you can't quite believe. Use you kitten to be catting me. Simply pull out a kitten stored in your kitten bag and throw it at them. You are cat to be bin kits for me.
Word counter company, new name not used yet. Writing something? Need to know how many words there are? Word counter company, new name not used yet. Is a company you can count on. Simply upload your document, then count how many words there are. Use promo code 12DAMNIT for a free 1-hour trial. I'm not a bird. Is it nice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Second verse.
Not yet a bird. All I need is time. A burp that is all mine. While I'm in a burp.
Wow.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
Do you want to go again? Because
Go
I sniffed in the middle of your mouth.
No, I don't care. All right. Info from the last podcast. Deaths on an Alaskan airline.
No, that's right.
Yes. Which is unfortunate because we love Alaska Airlines. So this is not a smear piece.
No, certainly not.
And I think it actually will turn out to paint them in a positive light anyways. So.
Okay.
Since 1971. Starting with 1971. 111 people on an airline crashed into a mountain.
Oh my god.
And died.
Okay. On an Alaskan airline?
Alaska Airline. Not great.
Yeah. On average for that year, not a good one.
Yes. Well, next podcast we'll have to look up how many people die in airplane crashes because I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't want to know.
1976, just 5 years later. One person died on the plane. There was a bunch of them. They overshot the runway, but only one person died.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then in 2000, 88 people on one plane.
Did it crash?
Yeah. They're all crashes.
Oh, nobody has had a heart attack on the plane?
No, I don't think they list that because that's, depending on the situation, it's not their fault or anyone on the plane's fault.
As recently as 2000?
As recently as 19 years ago.
That's crazy that it's 19 years ago.
Got you good there.
Oh, that is wild.
But that's it, since 1971.
That's still a lot. That's like a couple hundred.
It is, but all the incidences were one plane, so it's only been 3 planes since 1971 that have crashed, and people have died on.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I guess.
I don't think you're going to like the numbers, the next one.
No.
Because I know it's going to be a lot more than that.
I don't want to find out.
Well, we're going to.
Oh no.
Oh no. Awesome. Do you have a movie?
That I haven't seen yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think you're going to be upset by this one, although I know I haven't seen it. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Let's just go ahead and pull the Band-Aid up.
Tombstone.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like it.
I
But
know, and I feel like I would like it. I just haven't ever gotten around to watch it yet.
Yeah, the thing is it's definitely like a guy movie, unless, you like cowboys.
Well, so is Young Guns. Young Guns definitely a boy movie.
But Young Guns is more of a comedy than it's much more of a comedy than Tombstone is.
Yeah, but really what I'm looking for is hotties with naughty bodies.
Oh, well, Sam
Like
Elliott's in there,
cowboys.
so.
I'm looking for Val Kilmer, actually, I think.
Yeah, and he is in there. But he is very sickly
Do you
the whole
have a
time.
boner for Sam Elliott?
For Sam Elliott? No, I don't think so. It's just, I think when you're a guy, you're supposed to want to have a deep voice. Oh. And he has a deep voice, so it's like.
Do you want to have a deep voice?
I don't know. I don't know now.
Oh, okay.
Would I mind? I have no idea. Would it make me sound completely different? That might be weird.
Can you try doing your deepest voice right now?
My deepest voice right now?
That's as deep as it goes.
No.
Do it as deep as it goes.
No.
Oh, okay. Why are you... Stop playing games with me.
Stop playing games with me.
Alright. We don't have the rights. You can't sing that.
Sing what?
Quit playing games with my heart.
I wasn't singing that. I was saying quit playing games with me.
All right. Well, do you want to tell me about Tombstone?
Yeah. Well, first of all, the opening scene is the theme song, Stop Playing Games with Me.
No, it's not.
You've never seen it.
Kyle.
Why do you think I started singing that? That's that song plays throughout the movie.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, well, the description is very short. A successful lawman's plans to retire anonymously in Tombstone, Arizona are disrupted.
Wow. That was cool.
Wow. Disrupted by the kind of outlaws he was famous for eliminating.
Eliminating, like killing or putting in jail?
Maybe both.
All of the above.
Yeah, probably. Would you like to know the full cast? Does that matter to you?
Give me like the
The heavy hitters?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer, as you know.
Do I?
Yeah. Sam Elliott?
It's me, Sam Elliott.
Hey, it's Sam.
Raise your hand if you're Sam Elliott. Got my hands up.
And Bill Paxton.
Oh, wow. He's good. Bill Paxton is good.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Bill Paxton is a real heavy hitter. He's
Oh.
a great character actor.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, the rest of it, some of it is loosely based on history, but yeah, mainly it's just a bunch of shooting guns and sarcasm via Val Kilmer.
I thought that this segment was where I guessed what happened in Tombstone.
Yeah, we completely skipped over that because you're like, do you want to tell me what happens? And I just went right into it. I can't help it. I just wanted to talk about it so much.
Well, like, moment's gone now. What's your movie?
This one, it was just the first one I thought of that I haven't seen. I don't know if you've seen it, which is my goal usually is to try to think of one like, I bet you Tristan's seen this. But I have never seen Boys in the Hood.
The new one?
No.
No, that's Straight Outta Compton.
Neither. Yeah. No, I've seen that one. But I've not seen...
Did we see Straight
Boys in the
Outta
Hood.
Compton together?
I don't know. Do you want to talk about Straight Outta Compton?
No. Boys in the Hood. I think that was on at a party that I was at in high school.
That makes a lot of sense.
And given the people I hung out with in high school. And I think I was stoned.
Also makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Were there 40s hanging around anywhere?
Probably.
More than likely.
A little bit of OE. That's code for Old English.
I know what it's code for, but I'm more of a Mickey's.
You would be a Mickey's.
I would be a Mickey's.
I would be because I am
Yeah.
a Mickey's guy.
That's me.
Me, I'm just like a Mickey's bitch.
Yeah, I mean, oldie is good for brass monkeys. Do that. But then...
What's a brass monkey?
Brass
Orange juice?
Yeah, orange juice and
Oh.
40.
We just called that breakfast.
Oh, we called that breakfast.
We did. We would get a bunch of OEs, and then in the morning, if there were leftovers, it was like a malt liquor mimosa.
Wow.
And also called a mistake.
You and who? You and Gideon? Or?
Gideon. No, it was like me and my friends who lived like the college town nearby.
Oh, the college town?
Yeah, so we'd like drink that shit and then go down to a river.
No way.
Loaded as fuck. Yeah, it was a really bad.
That sounds cool.
No, it was not chill.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as you know, much worse things. Not too long ago for me as well. Yeah, but I will say once they started doing, I don't know when they started it. Oh, we'll have to look that up too. We would do High Life 40s. That's where it's at.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Well, it's not great, but it's definitely a lot better than Mickey's or Oldie.
Well, because it's beer 40, not malt liquor 40.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, Old English is just like such trash.
Well, that's fine.
Trash drink for trash people. I remember being like broke in high school and paying my friend's brother to go get us 40s, and we would split a 40 and be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Like on half of 40.
Half of 40, yeah.
20 ounces.
20 ounces?
Because they're 40 ounces, so half of that is 20 ounces.
Did you use a measuring cup to make sure?
No.
No? Alright. Seems unfair to me.
Anyway, so Boys in the Hood. Now, oh no, you know what I'm thinking? I mean, yes, that was not on a party, I think. But I was gonna talk about, like, gang stuff. But I think that's Blood In, Blood Out that I'm thinking of for that.
Well, I haven't seen that one either. So
That's intense. Do you want me to find and tell you about Boys in the Hood?
well, since I remember this time, I'm assuming. Well, I also sent you the IMDb, so you don't have to Google it. You just click on the link. But I'm assuming that
Cuba Gooding Jr. is in it.
that I did know.
I didn't know.
Yeah, Cubes is in it. Not Ice, but Cubes.
Oh, Nia Long.
Neil Long.
Nia Long.
Nia Long Purse. Friend. What? Cubes is in it, and Ice Cube is in it. Cubes June.
What's a Cube's June?
It's what I call
Ice Cube?
my friend. No.
Regina King and Angela Bassett. Oh my god, this is like, wow.
Yeah?
This is so many 90s like heavy hitters.
Yeah.
In black film. It's
I mean,
crazy.
It is a good movie. Like, I've only heard good things about it. But I just haven't gotten around to, like, sitting and watching. I'm sure it's been on the TV somewhere around some sort of party as well that I've been to, but haven't sat down and watched it. I mean, I assume that there are some boys and they're in a hood.
In the hood, yeah.
I assume that they're probably good guys down deep down. And
well, the tagline is "Once upon a time in South Central LA, it ain't no fairy tale." That's true.
Which I think is the same tagline for the other movie that we watched together, Falling Down.
That was not the same tagline.
You never know. Yeah, I just
think you
assume. Well, I assume that they're those boys, and some stuff happens.
Yep.
And they probably are moving around Los Angeles trying to get to somewhere the entire time.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like it takes place between 2 different years. So it starts in 1984.
Oh.
And you see like the child version of them all.
Okay.
And then it cuts to 1991, which at the time was present day.
Gotcha.
And it shows like where all those kids are now. So yeah, like gang members, crippled, in a wheelchair. Crippled is bad now, huh? You're supposed to say paralyzed. Is crippled bad?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, anyways, this guy's paralyzed and uses a wheelchair as a result of a gunshot wound.
Mm-hmm.
More Crip members.
So
Crazy.
I was right about the boys in the hood, but that was it. The rest of it, not so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hard to know the details of it if you've never seen it.
Yeah, true. Any hoodle.
Anywho. And now, a word from our sponsors. Star Piece. That Star Wars movie is great, but it's a little violent. Coming this fall, Star Piece the movie. It's all of the Star Wars movies, but played in reversed.
Do you want to talk about anything?
Sounds serious. Let's see here. I have a kind of couple bullshit topics to talk about. The first being...
Wait a minute. I don't want any bullshit on this podcast. This is a very serious podcast that has a lot of followers, and I think they expect quality in everything that we do.
I don't think the dogs care, to be honest.
I know they don't. All right.
Okay, so I think when I made this list, I had just gotten back from traveling in the air. And what is wild to me is air travel. Now, stay with me here, because I am a ripe 28. I just had to think about that. I'm a ripe 28, and it still, like, boggles my mind to think about traveling in an airplane. Like, when I'm in the airplane and also when I land and I'm in a different place. And just hours later. Like, I think what prompted this topic when I wrote it down was that I had just gotten back from Boston.
Oh.
And it was like, oh my god, I'm literally across the country and it took me only 6 hours to get here.
Hey,
It's crazy.
that documentary was in Boston, wasn't it? About that bar?
Cheers?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get to see the Cheers bar that time, though. I know. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, except for I don't think that I will ever not be astonished by air travel. And, like, what does it mean? And how is this possible? And how crazy is it that I woke up in Oregon and I'm going to sleep on the East Coast?
Well, we've talked about this before, and I explained it to you. Each of the little windows on the plane are just little TVs, and then the plane goes onto a little track, and you jumble around a little bit for a few hours.
And then you pretend you're on the East Coast?
No, it's like the Truman Show. They, like, change everything around while you're...
Don't.
You didn't know about that?
Stop, Kyle. That freaks me out. Don't talk about that.
You know what? I understand where you're coming from, and it is crazy. But I guess for me, and I've never looked up the science behind it because it just is so weird to me and I don't understand it. What is stranger to me than
Fiction.
no. What is stranger than air travel to me is those little tapes that you plug into your headphones and stick into the tape player, and then it plays it through your stereo.
Oh, so like cassette tape freaks you out?
No, not cassette tape. I can wrap my head around the idea of cassette tapes with their tape.
Right.
But the ones where it looks like a normal tape, then it's got a wire sticking out of it, and you plug it into a CD player, an iPod, a phone, whatever has a headphone jack, and you stick it in a tape player, and then you play that, and it plays on your stereo.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah.
I wonder how that does work.
How did we figure that out first?
Yeah.
I mean, there probably is like a very simple explanation, but I just don't like to think about it because without thinking about it too much and without researching it, it makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah. Almost like it was like there were certain eras where they're like, well, this is the technology we're going to come out with right now. We have people wanting to plug things into their car, but we're not at the point where they can just use a cord or use Bluetooth.
Right, it's like a bridge technology.
Yeah, because we're still in the record CD era.
Right.
So we'll make this tape thing work instead of trying to figure or release anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah. That wasn't one of my topics, just...
Wow.
Yeah.
Just a fun tangent. That was organic combo.
Oh my gosh. I love organic everything.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Is just that one?
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Again, it's stupid. PopSockets.
Okay.
Now, for a long time, I was like, do I want one? Do I not want one? And I didn't want one for a very long time. I still don't know if I like the one that I have. Spoiler, I do have one now. But they just kind of add the bulk, and is the propping up really helpful? And let me answer you with, yes, it is helpful to prop it up. And it's also helpful when you're driving to be able to put it in like its little pocket so that it can't run around while you're driving. I don't know, like PopSockets are helpful.
It's the extra bulk.
It's the extra bulk. And like, will I get tired of having Dolly Parton on the back of my phone? No, probably not. But could I? Maybe. That's all.
I think that's why you stick it to the case so you're not stuck with it on your phone.
Right, and it can come off the case. You just can't really move it around. You can only really take it off once.
Yeah, like an IUD.
No. Different than an IUD.
Yeah, that's why I don't have one.
Why, the bulk?
It's too bulky. But I mean, I guess the only argument that I can't make against PopSockets is the holder that it has, because otherwise you have to get something that attaches to your window or something like that. But the other argument I can make for the propping up the phone is they make cases where the propping up is like flush with the case and just
right.
a little kickstand, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those are cool and usually pretty cheap.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, I think honestly, you'd be okay if you didn't have a car, and then you can just get a phone case that has Dolly Parton on it.
Right.
I think really the only selling point is the car, which how much is it selling? I don't know.
Enough for me to buy a PopSocket.
Well.
And I should say, this is not a real PopSocket. It's called a faux socket, I think.
Oh, gotcha.
And I bought it off of like a funny website. That's why it has Dolly Parton on it, but...
Not that there's anything wrong with PopSockets. They're great.
PopSockets. For when you pop, sock, and drop it.
PopSockets. Don't sue us.
Uh-huh. That's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing I wanted to talk about is, now I understand why it happens, and it doesn't necessarily drive me crazy, but it just seems silly to me that any ordering type of website or app, anything that you buy things off of, when they recommend things that you've already purchased.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know my life. You know what I've done here. Why would I do that again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's if I ordered Pogs, like, yeah, could I use more Pogs? Maybe. More marbles? Sure. More butt plugs? More than likely, yeah. But when it's things like,
All at once?
yeah,
Oh,
I like to see how many I can get in there.
yikes.
But when it's things that's just like, this is a one-time use thing. I just keep using this.
Right. So
Why would I
need
buy
20 mouse pads? What's happening
Yeah.
here?
I don't know how many computers you think I have. One is the answer.
Right.
But yeah, it drives me crazy. But it also doesn't too much. I just think it's a waste of time.
What I don't like is when you're ordering like on Postmates or something and you're like, okay, I want, kung pao tofu and like a bunch of other shit and a side of rice. And then at the end when you're going to say check out, it says, do you want to add some rice to that? I'm like, bitch, I already did that. Read it. Read the room, Postmates.
Or same thing with Domino's. Like, do you want to add lava cake to that? I have enough diarrhea in a box right here already.
Oh
Also,
God.
who orders the lava cake from Domino's?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never had it. I've never seen it somewhere where Domino's has been present.
I imagine it tastes and looks a lot like those, kids' microwave meals, like the brownies in those,
Oh, like in a kid cuisine?
Yeah.
Probably.
But like the really bad ones where you like mix in like a powder and stir it.
So
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Did you ever have kid cuisines growing up?
I probably had it once or twice.
My sisters went bonkers for those.
Probably still would.
Honestly, yeah, knowing them, they probably would.
Ran
Ran.
and yeah. We didn't have many of those kind of things.
Just fun sit.
Yes. No, we never took leftovers to school, which is probably why I have such difficulty eating leftovers for lunch now.
You're good at it.
Well, but I'm like, ugh.
I mean, leftovers are never anybody's favorite thing to eat.
Unless it's kung pao, then
Then
it's like, all right.
sounds great.
I'm going to intentionally not eat all of this, even though I could, so I can have it again another time.
Yeah, that's fair. Stretch it out, baby.
Yeah, that's that for me. The other thing, obviously, is prompt, and I'm sure you'll understand where I'm coming from.
Uh-oh.
That drives me crazy is extroverts.
Oh my god. Now, is it just like extroverts with nothing better to do than be extroverted, or is it extroverts in general?
It's not necessarily extroverts in general. I mean, the thing that we talk about a lot is like spatial awareness.
Yeah.
So like you can be if you're an extrovert that understands like I'm an extrovert, not everyone is, so I'm gonna do my extrovert thing over here.
Right.
If you look at me like I'm in your space, I'm gonna back off a bit.
Right.
If you look like you don't want to talk to me, I'm not going to.
Right.
Those are obviously fine.
Right. It's just being self-aware.
Yeah, but it's like when you like have a death look on your face, and someone just is like they get on an elevator with you or whatever it is, and it's like, "Good morning, how are you doing?"
It'd be a lot better if you weren't fucking talking to me.
Yes, but of course, because I am me, I say, "Great, how are you?" Do I care how you are? No.
No.
But do I have a reason to be an asshole to you just because you're an extrovert? No.
No. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is like a give and take.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. That's the thing too. Is like a lot of things that you complain about sometimes, they don't happen all the time. When you're in a situation and you're like, okay, I wish people acted this way in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
You only think about that then when they're not acting that way. But then when you come across people who do act the way, and respond the way that you would like them to, you don't think about. I mean, that's how everything is, really.
Right.
But yeah, it just drives me crazy because like every time an extrovert is like in my face and I look miserable, never am I an asshole to them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas only sometimes an extrovert can look at me and be like, I don't think he wants to talk to me. I'm not going to talk to him.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I get it.
That's it really for me.
What's it?
Yeah. But
You know what's crazy is, you know how much I hate people now? When I was younger, like even up to probably like 23, 24, I was pretty extroverted. Like I didn't realize, I think I became an introvert when I just started hating everybody.
well, the other thing too is, I mean, I feel, and I don't have any sort of degree or research in this, but I feel that there is a difference between being an introvert and not being an extrovert. And I feel like we're just not an extrovert. Because, like, we'll still socialize with
We're
people.
social introverts.
Yeah, but there's people that are definitely just extra. They just are a lot. They're very extra. Verts.
Good one. Nice. Hell yeah.
Which is a perfect segue to...
And now, a word from our sponsors. Bork bork. Have dogs that bork? Bork bork.
obituaries.
Oh my god. Okay. Do you want to go first?
I'm going to save mine because I feel out of respect that this young lady deserves to go last. So
Okay. Okay, so mine, we're doing it out of Arizona today.
Yes. We're coming to you out of Arizona for obituaries today.
Coming live from good old Arizona.
Live from Arizona obituaries. Thank you.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is David First of Scottsdale. So he passed away on January 30th. He was 92. Old.
That's a long time.
That's a long time to be alive, bro. He was a decorated veteran of World War II, and he served in the Pacific and Japan. He was born in 1926 in New Jersey. He met and married Hannah of Boston.
Hannah.
Just Hannah. Her name is Hannah Glena. And it's spelled... I like the way Hannah looks without an H at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I always read it as Hannah, though.
Hannah. Maybe that's how she meant it. Maybe that's like the old world way of spelling it.
I don't know. I used to work with someone whose name was Hannah, and she was not old.
No, like old world.
Old world.
Like old country.
Like not of the new world.
Right, like Eastern
when
Europe
the
or something.
two worlds split and there became a new one.
Okay. Anyways, so they opened Dave's Liquors in Phoenix, so they had the liquor store.
Bunch of alkies. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh.
In 1950. And then in 1976, they opened a store called the Wine Vault.
Oh, what they have?
You guessed it.
I didn't.
Beer.
Oh.
Yeah. They had
Malt liquor.
Malt liquor. Mickey's. No, they opened the Wine Vault. It had the largest selection of fine wines in the valley and was the first to introduce and sell French wine in Arizona.
Wow.
He had an extensive knowledge of French wines and led to the Wine Vault's big success. Dave and Hannah continued to own and successfully operate Dave's Liquors and Fine Wines until they sold their business in 1985. So they had it for a long time. It says that he was passionate about the Yankees, Seder dinner, to travel and listen to music, but especially Frank Sinatra and the Boston Pops.
Okay.
Boston Pops.
Pop Pops. PopSockets.
The Boston PopSockets. Yeah, he and Hannah were married for 69 years.
Wow.
First of all, nice.
Sweet.
Second of all, that is so long.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
It is.
But yeah, he had a lot of family.
Do you think we'll last 6 to 9 years?
6 to 9. I don't know. I mean, we're partway to 6 now, maybe.
We are. I think once you get married,
You're partway
to 6, yeah.
Uh-huh. Let's see here. Yeah, great-grandchildren named Leon and Lily. And he'll be missed, is what it says. So yeah, he had his service on February 10th in Scottsdale. Yeah, he sounds like a real cool guy.
Real cool guy.
Real cool guy.
No nickname?
No nickname on this one. Except for, I mean, his name is David and he went by Dave. Does that count?
I mean, technically that does count.
Yeah.
Not as, extra special as before other ones, but...
Yeah. I get it.
Well, I'm really glad that you had all that information about David, because the reason why I wanted to go last, the obituary that I'm reading is for Cecil, C-E-C-I-L. I know it goes different ways, but Cecil Henry Long.
Okay, hold on a sec. Because we agreed that I would do male obituaries and you would do female ones.
It is female. She
Her
is...
name is Cecil Henry?
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Is there... What? Does it say she throughout the obituary?
Well, let me get to that. First of all, the site that I use has pictures
Yeah.
of people, and the picture for this one looked like she might have been an older female lady.
Interesting. Okay.
So.
I mean, if that's a woman with the name Cecil Henry, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, Cecil, I don't know.
That's a male name.
Well, not in this case.
All right.
There you
Find
have
out.
it.
Here we go.
Okay, so this lady, she was born November 15th, 1928.
Wow.
She died February 25th, 2019. And her obituary is Cecil Henry Long was born November 15th, 1928, and passed away on February 25th, 2019.
That's the whole thing.
That's her obituary.
Oh no.
I know. So sad.
That's really sad.
I know. And I don't know if it's just like, oh, they didn't have money to pay for it, or it's
You
like,
don't have to pay for an obituary.
well,
Let me see if I can find anything about her.
Typewriter. It doesn't even say where she was born, where she died. It did say where and when her funeral was, but I didn't put that in there. But I don't think that's really obituary.
Interesting. It looks like she was in Ohio.
I don't know. I use the same site every time, so there might be more information about her other places. Maybe on familytreenow.com or whatever that was.
Okay. Well, sad. It's really sad that there wasn't any more about her.
Yeah.
This one shows her picture as just a candle. So.
Great. Also, another great segue into NFL news.
Oh my gosh.
So this one is about Tony Harris, who reportedly chose Central Methodist over offers from Bethany College, Adams State University, Graceland University, and Kentucky Christian University.
Jeepers. That
Harris-
is a Bible Belt kind of guy.
Harris spent the last 2 years playing football at East Los Angeles College in California. The 22-year-old was featured in a Toyota Super commercial earlier this month.
Wow.
Yeah. Tony is not a dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Tony identifies as female based on this article that I read. So
Cool.
I guess it's a big deal. I don't know. I guess we'll have to do research again. I don't know if there's ever been, because she's on scholarship, I don't know if there's ever been a female playing for a college football team before. So.
Oh, is she trans? Or is it...
No, she looked.
So the news story was not trans athlete.
No.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I think that would probably be part of the news story if it was.
Yeah,
But that's kind of cool, though.
it is cool.
It's not really NFL news.
Yes.
Well, I guess the tie into the Super Bowl. That's
Yes,
good.
it is. It is NFL news. I think because it's reported that her goal is to play college football and then hopefully get drafted into the NFL.
Okay.
But if you want, here we go. Just send you a quick little email or Roni here. Technology, am I right?
Okay.
Yes. It's a little much. It says, woman gets a college football scholarship.
Okay. Everybody chill out. Cool. Well, good for her. Good job, Tony.
Yeah. I mean, good for anyone, really, you know?
Yeah, scholarships are tight.
Scholarships are tight. And if you like football and you're getting a scholarship to play football, that is also tight.
Hella tight.
So that's NFL news.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm really happy that we got to keep like both times to something, well, the last 2 times to not something purely football that we don't understand or get.
Right. Yeah, football is not our forte.
Nope, not even our 5-day. Cool, that's all I have.
That's it, man.
Yeah. So, stay in school. Unless you're done with school.
Then get out.
Learn when to stop going to school.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to keep going. Unless you have a specific goal. But if you're just going to school to go to school, I mean, definitely live your life and make your choices. But if you are curious of what I have to say, I say, kind of, stop for now. Maybe try to pay off those loans before you die. Or if there's just like way too much, it's not possible, then definitely do just keep on going to school till you die. Because, money is expensive.
What?
That's what I learned.
Okay.
2 years on this earth.
What? 2 years?
Yeah. In 2 years on this earth, I learned that money is expensive.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome. So that's a perfect segue for...
I'm not a bird. No, I ain't a bird. All I need is time. A bird
large cat.